Thanks for joining my space. My name is Afam. The most trending news in Nigeria today and all over the world is Donald Trump's threat to invade Nigeria. Donald Trump has threatened to move his military actions into Nigeria if the insecurity happening in Nigeria continues. I still do not see anything wrong in what Donald Trump said. Neither do we need Donald Trump to make it emphasized that the insecurity in Nigeria is becoming alarming. The level of insecurity in Nigeria has really hit the board, yet nothing is happening. In most of my previous videos, I've really analyzed and discussed the damage insecurity has been causing in Nigeria. And I keep saying if only the government would take insecurity serious, as much serious as they take their campaign for 2027, which is still not here. This is something we can handle by ourselves. We do not need America to come in to salvage Nigeria for us. Else, we might end up being like Libya and other countries where they've taken their interventions to. Some said, oh, Trump has political interest. I do not care. My excitement is simple. The insecurity in Nigeria has gotten international attention. We don't need to be losing our people every day, every night. A bus traveling on a highway is being pushed into the bush by kidnappers, ransom being demanded. I have been a victim of kidnap. Thank God I survived. People live in fear. People lose their lives in numbers. It is not only Christians. I don't want to sound because I'm a Christian. Both Christian, Muslim, different denominations keep losing their lives. Do we need to lose our lives as Nigerians? No. The major duty and responsibility of every government is to secure the life and properties of the citizens. Are we doing that in Nigeria? The answer is no. The former president, General Sani Abacha, once told us that any insecurity that lasted more than 24 hours, government knows about it. I'm not accusing the government of knowing whatever is going on in Nigeria, but then this was said by a former president. In a situation where we begin to hear and see government negotiating with bandits, you do not negotiate power. You look at the bandits. They are criminals and they handle the highest ammunitions, much more than the police and armies. Their weapons, they are sophisticated. You ask yourself, who is funding them? Where are they coming from? Get into the church, people are massacred. Get to the mosque, there is explosion. You're traveling on the road, you're not free. Go to the farm, they will invade your farm, rape our mothers, rape our sisters, kill the people. What is happening? I don't think we need Trump to correct what is going on in Nigeria. For one, I'm glad that this has shaken the system. Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You have the power. You can make things happen. It is time to call together all your security agencies. Let us fight insecurity with our sincere heart, politics aside. If we fight insecurity in Nigeria, keeping politics aside, you must get results. Yes, if America invades Nigeria, we may end up being like Libya and other countries where they took their interventions to. They are never left the way they met them. We don't need them. America should face their own country and their own problem. Let us solve our own issues sincerely. If we can take insecurity serious, if we begin to fight it, we must get results. I've listened to a lot of people discuss this situation, but there is one particular person, an activist, a lawyer, Dele Farotimi. He's one person that really hit the nail on the head. He discussed all the facets of this threat, front, left, and center. I'd like you to listen to him. You might take one thing or the other home from what he has just said. Listen to him.
A lot of people are reacting to Trump without reading the substance of his tweet. I have taken the time to read it, and I will now respond. I don't do reactions. First, Nigeria was designated a country of concern or something along those lines. And the American president spoke about the genocide in northern Nigeria, Christians in northern Nigeria. That stood alone on its own. And then he proceeded and issued a second tweet. And I've reduced this tweet broadly to my own understanding. First, he said if the Nigerian government continues to allow, I read English language and linguistics before I read law, although I didn't graduate. But it left me with a lifelong predilection for linguistic exactitude. So when words are used, I am very, very deliberate about deconstructing words in order to understand what is said, so that there will be no room for ambiguity. Given the fact that I am not a native speaker of the English language, I find this the easiest way to understand exactly what it is that a person is saying at any point in time. He said, if the Nigerian government continues to allow, is this true? Has the Nigerian government continued to allow genocide in Nigeria? Now, if you know me, you will know that I am not a respecter of persons. I'm a respecter of truth. I do not need Trump to tell me that the Nigerian government is complicit in the genocide that has been taking place in the country. I do not require Trump, and I have been saying this consistently for a decade. In the public, in books, in speeches, in essays, there is substantial evidence in the public space to conclusively say that the Nigerian government allows what is happening. So let us be clear. We do not need Trump to tell us that, but he said that in his tweet. So I have no choice. I have to follow the truth. I have to agree with him. The Nigerian government allows the genocide because there is indeed a genocide. And I have called it that for at least a decade. I do not require Trump to tell me that there is a genocide going on in Nigeria that the government of Nigeria has allowed. I do not require Trump to say that. Commodore Laumi has already told us that. Bugaje has already told us that. Or is it Baraje? He's already told us that. The fact that the creature called Ali Modu Sheriff is still walking around in Nigeria and he remains a man of influence tells me everything I need to know about the complicity of the Nigerian state. Now, he said the USA will immediately stop all aids and assistance. I am forced to speak to a private encounter where I had occasion to speak to US government officials, and when I was asked, is there anything we can do for you? I said, no, we don't require anything from you. I want nothing from anybody. Just stick your nose out of our business, because the American interest in Nigeria is not exactly benevolent. But that is another topic for another day. I was clear. Stick your nose out of our business. And stick your nose out of our business includes keep your aids, keep your assistance. It's not been beneficial to us. If anything, your aids and assistance have only served to keep us further impoverished and reinforce the evil that you have allowed to overtake our country. So let us be clear. I am all for you doing number two. Please, we beg you, stop all aids and assistance. But as you're stopping all aids and assistance, stop being the net recipient of our stolen commonwealth. I was in the US in the immediate aftermath of the 2023 election. And I was specific in saying exactly this. You allow things in Nigeria that you will not tolerate in your country. People who kill and murder Nigerians through your knowledge. They buy homes in your country. They have dual citizenship. They have residence in your country. You say nothing about this and you're threatening us about the withdrawal of all aid. Keep your aids, please. But remove these people. Don't stop allowing them access to your banking system. Stop allowing them safe havens in your country, not just in America, all over your sphere of influence. Force them to come back to Nigeria to solve our own problems. The reality is that what you give with one hand, you will take back with the other. Please, keep your aids. Please, keep your assistance. Now, you call Nigeria a now disgraced country. It wasn't disgraced under your rule. It's been disgraced a long time from inception. And it is up to us to make it honorable. But thanks for pointing it out to us. Because at least if the people who ruin this country will not hear us when we tell them, perhaps they will hear now that you are telling them how they've disgraced us all over the world. They come to you cap in hand, supposedly begging for charity from you, when you know how many billions they have stashed away in your banking system. So yes, the country is not just now disgraced. It's been disgraced for a while with your help. And I'm not talking about you, Donald Trump. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the West. I'm talking about the rest of the world, including China and all the other people who have provided succor to those who have destroyed this beautiful country. So yeah, it's disgraced, but it was never really engraced. It is entirely up to us to do with it as we will, if we can find the grace to engrace it. Now, let us be clear about something. You're talking about coming to Nigeria blazing. When the guns are blazing and the bullets are flying, we've seen examples of where America has done this everywhere in the world. We would rather you don't come into our country guns blazing. It doesn't really require you coming in guns blazing. It just requires you insisting on the right things being done in Nigeria. It requires judiciary, who you know how corrupt they are. You have access to intelligence that the average Nigerian can never touch. You know. And if they are indeed persons deserving of death, you have more than ample evidence. You know what you used to do. Do that. Expose them. Bring them to international trial courts that are built by you. The Americans and the West created the International Criminal Court. If they are indeed persons within the Nigerian power circle who are guilty of these things, you know what to do to bring them to justice. But please don't come into our country gun blazing. Nigeria is not Somalia, and is a multicultural, multi-ethnic society. We don't need you to come into our country guns blazing. You understand? Now, you spoke of Islamist terrorists. Why not tell us the truth? You know who they are. Commodore Laomi told us. He flirted with it. He just couldn't release the names. But that is understandable. He's our own intelligence officer, trained by you as well. US was involved in his training. You guys have better files, access to better information than Laomi ever had. Why not tell us who they are? Why not tell the world? So please, don't tell us about coming guns blazing. You know who the terrorists are. Tell us. The ones in the power structure of Nigeria. Tell us. Expose them. And then you spoke of atrocities. The atrocities that have been taking place in Nigeria didn't start today. Started since around 2003. Sometime with American connivance and silence. We are aware. But we've been rendered powerless because America has been largely complicit in what has happened to us. You can help us. Yes, you can. America can be a true friend to progressive forces in Nigeria, but not by coming in with your guns blazing. We don't need you coming into our country guns blazing. Just stand by the truth and insist on the right things being done. Now you have discovered the cherished Christians in Nigeria. Where were these cherished Christians in 2014, 2015? When the Obama regime, whether you like it or not, at the end of the day, was the American government. When the Abacha and when the Obama regime was busy helping to install the APC government, which brought in the reign of Islamists and the attendant security challenges that we are facing today. that has been killing these same cherished Christians in droves for over a decade. What has America been doing about it? And what did America ever say? So I'm happy that all of a sudden America remembers that there are cherished Christians in Nigeria, but there are also cherished Muslims. There are cherished Shia Christians, Shia Muslims who have been slaughtered in hundreds without America saying a word for years. So yeah, I agree with you in total. The Nigerian government had better move fast, because if it doesn't move fast, this country will be gone, whether America comes in gun blazing or not. And that is as far as it concerns the Americans. My enemy's enemy is not my friend. But the Americans are not our enemies. But they are also not our friends. Americans are Americans. Donald Trump is beholden to the American people. And it is his interest that Americans are bettered. So at any point in time, understand that he is elected to serve Americans. And when he is speaking promoting American interests. There are cherished Christians who are today being slaughtered in America, treated like animals in American detention centers, clamped in cages, and they are Christians. Latin Americans don't come more Christian than that. They're Catholics, largely Catholics. They don't ask your identity before they clamp you in their detention camps. So please, I do not require Mr. Donald Trump to tell me how nasty my country has become. It is nasty. Does it need help? Yes, we need help. Do we need to find ourselves? Yes, we do. Has Donald Trump lied in any way? No. He largely told the truth. My own position is that yes, help us, but we must help ourselves. It is up to us to help ourselves.
So there you have it. Dele Faretimi's powerful take on Trump's threat to Nigeria. As we've seen throughout this video, this situation is complex, it's serious, and it has implications that go far beyond just security concerns. Whether you agree with every point or not, I think we can all acknowledge that this conversation is necessary. We need to be asking tough questions about Nigerian sovereignty, about international intervention, about religious violence in our country, and about how we respond to external pressure. This is a defining moment for Nigeria. How our government responds, how the international community reacts, and how we as citizens engage with this issue will shape our nation's trajectory for years to come. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What do you think about Trump's threats? Is Nigeria doing enough to address security challenges? How should Nigeria respond to this situation? What did you think of Dele Faretimi's perspective? Drop your thoughts below. But remember, let's keep the discussion respectful and constructive. We are all here because we care about Nigeria's future.
Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.